Hello and welcome to the YouTube channel of mprugs.com. My name is Mike. I'm the moderator in the series of videos that is all about handmade carpets from around the world. I welcome you to our channel and I hope you and your family are doing well. In today's episode, I want to feature three different, very high-end, these are almost like in the art piece type of handmade pure silk, what is known as the Qum Persian rugs. But I wanted to feature these three pieces to not only showcase and show you examples of extremely, not just high-end pure silk rugs, and these are after all handmade. But more importantly, in this video, I have had a lot of clients who've asking me about the different types of Persian rugs and what type of rugs I recommend. And I thought I'm going to showcase you three rugs that are popular in three very different regions of the world. You have, for example, in the far back, we have the Amiri Qum rug. This is a rug with the purple colors, the gold. This is something that has become very sought after, very popular with folks throughout the Middle East. If you're talking about the Middle East, this piece right here, this Amiri, is just an absolute gorgeous piece. And that is what my typical Middle Eastern. In Europe, in the United States, I have found that this piece right here in the middle, this is, as is customary with the Qum rugs, they're signed. And this one was made by the Gharibi workshop, and you have to forgive me, my Persian is not the greatest. As I always tell people, parents are from Iran, but I was born and raised in Germany before I went out to the States. Never actually lived in Iran, and so my Farsi, my Persian is a bit backwards. So do apologize for that, but this Gharibi piece, this is what is very popular, what I've learned over the decades with our clients in Europe, the United States, Canada. This is something that is definitely more westernized. Also the colors. And again, I chose these three pieces because they all have a little bit of this purplish, brownish color in this last piece that I'm about to show you. But this is a piece that is very popular, like I said, with what we call the Western cultures. So Middle Eastern cultures, Western cultures, and then finally we have a piece, and this one, the pronunciation, I got a little cheat right there, what I got it written down, but I know I'm going to screw this one up. This is a beautiful piece, very popular with this type of design I have learned over the years. Very popular with my Asian clients as well as Australian. So Far East, Middle East, and then you got the Europe and Americas basically right here. But this piece right here, Mehdi, and I have, like I said, I have it written down so I can look in the camera and pretend like I'm a lot smarter than I am. Sadeh Zadeh. Good Lord, I screwed this one up. But that is the name of the weaver, the workshop. And generally speaking, when you look at the signature of the rug, and this is just for those of you that are into Persian rugs, you may get a kick out of this. When a workshop, oftentimes these are family workshops, and they have where the designers, where they will have the designer draws up the plans, and then they have either employees or they contract with the weavers. But whenever you have a signature like this, and in this particular Qum rug, you will see there's a signature at the top and bottom. You will have a Qum rug where the top and bottom, what and this is how it works. One points out who the designer is, and one points out who the weaver is. Now, in this particular case, both point towards the same family. That means it was done in the shop. This is not a requirement, but this is something that a lot of the workshops where the designers, in the vast majority of them, the designers are not the people weaving. So you have a family that is known for example, wealthy business people like the Sarafian, the Isfahanis. The Isfahan rugs, the Sarafians were originally investment bankers, and then they ventured into the rugs. And in this particular case, you have the top and bottom both pointing to the fact that this rug was not just designed by the family, it was also woven by a member of the family. You have Mehdi, that's the first name, and that is typical with the folks, showing that yes, this rug has Mehdi's DNA all over it. So that is something that a lot of people that are into Persian rugs, sometimes they want that. Most of the time it doesn't really matter. The people who make this type of a Qum quality rug, and these are all pieces that have well over 900 knots per square inch. These are extremely fine pieces. But I wanted to showcase you these three pieces, and I want to show you how sometimes the rugs are made. These are all brand new rugs, but they're made sometimes, and you can tell just by looking at the designs and colors who their audience is. Like I said, the purple and the gold colors, very popular with our Middle Eastern clients. Here you have what I would say the Western cultures, and then here you have the Far East, and included in the Far East, I have learned also our Australian clients. So this piece right here, definitely Asia. And one of the questions that I've had sometimes asked, they say, well, Mike, when we buy a rug, how does it appreciate in value and all that stuff? And here you have three pieces that are basically all art piece quality. These are over the top. These are extremely, not only expensive, but they're also obviously very fine pieces. They are pretty much the best of the best. But depending on where you are, for example, I'm just going to use this purple piece here as an example. If you buy this piece because you just absolutely you want to have it, and this is really, you know, this means something very special to you, it may actually be cheaper in the United States than it may be in the Middle East, because demand and supply. You may not find a whole lot of these pieces. You may not find a whole lot of these rugs throughout the United States, simply because the dealers have learned what colors work and what don't work. For example, like I said, we can sell a lot more of these with this traditional design. A lot of these will sell a lot quicker than something that has the purples with our Western clients. The same here. Here you have a piece here that's pretty much, it's universal. No matter where you go, you're going to find that this is going to be very popular. But I wanted to showcase you the three types of rugs, rug designs. And I can pretty much tell when I get an email, when people ask me about rugs, I can kind of sort of get an idea for where they're emailing me from, not from the email address, but just because of the type of rug they're asking, and obviously also the type of questions that they're asking. So I thought I'd showcase you. This is something that I've had viewers asking me about. They say, Mike, how do the rugs translate into geographic regions? What do people in Europe like? What do people in the United States like? in Asia. And so when we got these 3 pieces, these are all brand new, we just got these, and I thought, you know what, this is a perfect example. Like I said, we have, I call it Mr. Purple in the back there. Then you have Mr. Classic, and then this is my favorite of the 3. I think this is an absolute beautiful piece. But what I'm going to do is, as I always do, I'm going to get behind the camera, and just for those of you that are curious, I'm going to feature some of the highlights and everything. Like I said, these are all extremely high-end pieces. Each one of them has 900 knots and higher. But also, if you have any questions about rugs, first of all, if you're into Persian rugs or just handmade rugs in general, if this is a channel that you're interested in, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. I typically add about 1 or 2 videos a week. I also make myself available to the viewers and to our clients at mprugs.com. If you have a question about a rug that you may have yourself, there is a link below in the description where I took a quick video and I show you what type of pictures I need and in what size, so I can quickly take a look at the pictures of the rug that you may be asking me about if you have any questions, and I can get back to you quickly. As our channel keeps growing, I'm getting more and more people who take me up on the offer and ask me, and I have no problems giving you the information. You know, like I said, this is something that I like to do. It's a fun way of interacting with the YouTube community. So if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'm going to come back to you now in a little bit. I'm going to show you the details, and we'll see you in a minute. So here I'm back again, this time from behind the camera as always, and I'm just going to feature this beautiful Amiri for those of you who are into, well, it's a beautiful rug, but I'm going to be to me, the purple and the gold and everything, this is clear. It's a lot to take in. But as I mentioned to you earlier, these are pieces that have 900 and more knots per square inch. So these are extremely, extremely fine pieces. And so again, but like I said, this is the Amiri, and you can just see how the silk in the colors, depending on the viewing angle, how as you move around, how it shines and everything. And this is typical of Qum rugs of this caliber. Then, like I said, here you have a piece. You know, this would be, as I mentioned to you, very popular with my clients in Europe. Basically, what I would say Western cultures, United States, Canada, very, very popular. This is made by the Rahibi workshop in Qum, and you can see the signature right here. And then lastly, we have, this is was woven by Mehdi Sadegh, and you can see the elaborate signature along the bottom, Qum, Iran, and then you have Mehdi Sadegh. And like I said, I do not know how to read and write Farsi, so I have to grab my chichis. But again, this is a brown colored piece. It's almost, like I said, and I laid them out because you had the purple going to the darker purple and then going into the browns. And you can see there is the top signature of this piece right here. And like I said, these are all very, very high-end pieces, very fine. But these are the type of Qum rugs that my collectors typically, they hang them on walls or they place them into formal areas or their home or office. And so I just wanted to show you the 3 pieces that are typically very popular with my clients, but you can tell a lot about where a person lives and the culture and everything from the type of rug that they're into. So there you have the close-up video. I'm going to come back now and say my quick goodbyes to you. So here's our video about these beautiful Qum rugs, and to show you a little bit about how people, depending on where they are, what type of rugs they prefer. As always, I wish you and your family the very best. I'm going to be coming back to you with many more videos to come. And until then, I'm saying my goodbyes. We'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.